Hello and welcome to Numeristical, bringing you the picks of the day for Friday, September 20th. It is 8:45 a.m. here in California, 11:45 a.m. East Coast U.S. time. Let's get started, as always, by reviewing the picks from last time. Pretty brutal day yesterday. We were 0 for 4. We had a couple of big underdogs, the Marlins and the Angels. They both lost. The Marlins lost 20-4, which destroyed our under 8 on that game. And the Brewers plus 104, they also lost. So we're down 4 units for the day, down 5.5 units now for the season. Combined totals and money line. Totals models up 9.42 units. Money line is down almost 15 units for the season. On the spreads, we also had the Marlins, and they did not cover at 20-4. So took a loss there, down 7 units on the season for the spreads model. Let's get into today's action. Starting with the money line. Here are the games we're looking at for today. And the model is telling us to look at 2 home teams, 2 away teams. First home team it likes is the Cubs hosting the Nationals. It says to take the Cubs if you can get minus 148. Let's take a look. Cubs, but we're not getting a 148. We're getting minus 158, but not minus 148. So no bet there. Next up, the Pirates at the Reds. Model X the Reds if you can get minus 114. Let's take a look. Reds minus 114. Oh, we have minus 115, but not minus 114. I'm tempted to put it down anyway, but I want to follow my rules that I follow the model. But it says to bet minus 114. Maybe we'll check back at the end of the video, see if it moved. But right now we're at minus 115, so no bet there. Next up, the Angels again at the Astros. Model says to take it at plus 185, and it's showing plus 220. So let's take a look. Angels plus 227 against the Astros. Again, I think this is a case of, the Astros need these games way more than the Angels do. Maybe the Angels don't care. But still, I'm going to put down the Angels plus 227. And finally, the White Sox, Garrett Crochet pitching. Model says to bet if you get plus 240. So let's take a look. We're not getting a 240. Even that's kind of rich. Getting a 222, but not 240, which is what the model wants to bet on that game. So no bet there. So it looks like on the money lines today, we just have the Angels plus 227. And keep an eye on that Reds game if it moves up to minus 114. Next up, the totals model. Here are the games we're looking at and the points and the probabilities. Model has 5 unders to take a closer look at. First is the Cubs and the Nationals. Points is 9.5. Model says to take it at minus 123. So let's take a look. Click over to totals. Cubs Nationals 9.5. We're getting minus 108 at Heritage. So we'll go ahead and do that. Nationals Cubs under 9.5 minus 108. Under 9.5 at minus 108. Right there. Yep, at Heritage. Okay. Next up, Reds Pirates point is 9. Model exit at minus 105. Point is 9, but we're not getting a minus 105. I see minus 110, but not minus 105. So no bet on that one. Next up, Brewers Diamondbacks. The point is 8.5. Model likes it at plus 104. So this probably won't be a bet, but let's take a look. 8.5. And you can see it's already gone to 8 at most places. So we're not going to get better than even money at 8.5. So no bet there. Next up, Cardinals at the Guardians, or Cardinals hosting the Guardians, rather. Excuse me. Point is 8. Miles says take it at plus 102. It's down here. 8. You can see even money, but not plus 102. So no bet there. And finally, the Padres White Sox. Again, point is 7. Miles says take it at minus 116. Let's take a look. Point is 7. Only 7 under minus 105. So, which is a bit off from the others. Let me just click in here. Yeah, I think that's a stale line. You can see it's been updated here. This was the line you could have had last night, but I don't actually think that's active right now. I think this just doesn't update well. 7 under, minus 116. We have minus 113 here. That appears to be live, so I'll take that line. So take the 7 under minus 113 on that one. White Sox Padres. Under 7 minus 113. Okay, so 1 money line bet, 2 totals bets. Let's move on to the spreads model. Here are the games and the probabilities against the spread. And we're looking at some of the same games, some different games though. Well, at least one different game. So first game we're looking at, again, Pirates Reds. Likes the Reds plus 1.5 if you get minus 175. Reds minus 1.5. Actually, this has it reversed. So let's just check. The Reds here wants the Reds plus 1.5. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong game. No, yeah. Okay. So we want the Reds. Want to check the Reds minus 1.5, which I have down here. Reds home team home minus 1.5. Minus 1.5 wants 196. And we're not going to get to minus 196. So no bet there. Next up, the Mets hosting the Phillies. Mets plus 1.5 says take it if you get minus 152. Mets plus 1.5. And now showing Mets minus 1.5. So I got all these lines reversed. I don't know what's going on. Mets minus 1.5. Where are we here? Mets minus 1.5. It wants 244, which is crazy. Yeah, 244, which you're not going to get. I mean, it's as high as 196. See, there's one place. DraftKings is the only place they have it plus 1.5. DraftKings has it plus 1.5, which is what we saw up here. But they're doing like minus 190 something or something. So anyway, point is no bet on that one. Next up, Angels. Angels plus 1.5. It says take it if you get minus 110, and it looks like it's showing even money. Let's see what we can get on the Angels plus 1.5. Angels plus 1.5. I see plus 102, plus 106 here at Bookmaker. So let's do that. Angels plus 1.5 plus 106. Plus 1.5 plus 106. And finally, the White Sox. White Sox plus 1.5 says take it if you get minus 122. White Sox plus 1.5, get minus 101 over here at Bookmaker. So let's do that. White Sox plus 1.5, minus 101. Plus 1.5, minus 101. And that's what we got for today. So we got on the money line, just the Angels plus 227. On the totals, we got the Nationals Cubs under 9.5, minus 108. White Sox Padres under 7, minus 113. And Angels plus 1.5, plus 106. White Sox plus 1.5, minus 101. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.